Pokemon Sword and Shield are games plagued with several issues, its difficulty, narrative, linearity, questionable designs, and that fuck-ass biking suit. But they all stem from an obviously rushed development, as Game Freak, who were probably working on a 3DS game, suddenly had to make a Switch one, and yada yada, corporations are evil, eat the rich, assassinate the elites, refuse to work, ACAB, etc. But these games still offered, great designs and music as half the Pokemon series usually does. But where I feel the soul in this game really shines through is in the region. We start in the middle of nowhere, like every other Pokemon game, except not really, because in the background you can see farms. While the actual playable areas of this game are tiny, the detail put into the background really does build the world by giving each location a purpose. Postwick and Turffield are both farming based. There's a train station to move what they produce out to the rest of the region. There's a big lake that just runs through the whole area, so it's like a really lush place. And, there's even a spooky forest because, well, you do start at like the ass end of the region. Motostoke is the big city that looks very steampunk and greets you with shops and ads. It's near two mines and built on a river, which, means that there's coal and water, so that's pretty much everything you need for, your sick steampunk setting. You can see a bunch of containers and stuff, so they do like build and ship stuff there. Hulberry is on the coast. They fish there. That's where the water gym is. You can see a lot of boats and stands. And the theme is really busy because, there's nothing else there. It's very tiny. It's just full of houses and like the one seafood restaurant. I feel like if they added, references to other regions and just made, the stands there really populated and showed off some fish, it'd feel a lot more alive. But, well, they didn't do that. There's also a mine like 2 feet away from the city, but you wouldn't know that because there's no like sort of interaction between, we have people who live in the city and then go mine here, and then they bring what they mine here back. There's nothing like that. Actually, in Motostoke, there's, Sonia stops you on, like, the route to the left, if I remember correctly, and she says, Chairman Rose owns that building. Sonia talks a lot, but, yeah, this kind of something that shows, they bring what they mine there. But, there's two mines, and I guess they just forgot to do anything about the second one. Hammerlock is one big castle. A badass idea for sure, but handled in the worst way possible. Because while it looks fine, there's like some, swanky looking buildings and, you can tell that it's supposed to be a castle. There's nothing going on here. Like, just like, where's the cannons or like other castle type stuff? It just feels really half-baked. And speaking of half-baked, Stow-on-Side, which is just a random desert town. Balanli is beautiful and shallow. I get that it's a small village in a fairy forest, so there isn't much to do, but go further with the fairy forest idea. Where are the tree houses? People living in big mushrooms. Let me go to a witch and raise my stats or learn a move, or even, buy weird food for the curry minigame. Chichester is really nice. There's hotels and, a hot spring. It seems like somewhere you'd go on a vacation. And I think they should have played that up. Maybe added a ski lift and, extra ruins since, they have the hot spring there. Spikemonth is cool. The entire town is indoors, so all the lighting is artificial, which makes it look dark and shady and, well, poor, which it canonically is. Windon is amazing. There's a big plaza, the shops, really nice big buildings, a swanky hotel, a monorail, there's a Ferris wheel, it looks busy and expensive and, it makes those big ass crowds in the stadium make sense. There's even background buildings. I think that Windon is great and honestly should be the base for every town in future like linear type games. I mean, obviously you can't do it in, the open world, open zone things that they're doing now, but for like the last town in the linear style, I think they, did a pretty good job.